to Hyderabad Air Force Base in Dondyal, where Defence Minister Manohar Parrikar will be speaking at a special event, the function today, which will actually see the commissioning of the 3 Air Force fighter pilots in combat role.
Shri Manohar Parrikar was re-elected to serve another term as Chief Minister of Goa from March 2012 to November 2014. As a member of Bharati Party, Shri Manohar Parrikar was elected to the Legislative Assembly of the State of Goa in 1995. He was the leader of opposition from June to November 1999. He is also a National Executive Member of Bharati Party. Shri Manohar Parrikar was the proud recipient of CNN-IBN Indian of the Year Award 2012 in the politics category. He is the first IIT graduate.
These are the live visuals from Air Force Academy in Dundigal in Hyderabad in Telangana. Defence Minister Manohar Parrikar inspecting the Guard of Honour. He is there in the function which is about the commissioning of 3 women officers. The function will see the commissioning of 3 women officers as fighter pilots for Indian Air Force. Perhaps for the first time in the history of Indian Air Force that women officers are being commissioned as fighter pilots. Manohar Parrikar, Defence Minister, at the review. He reviews the parade there. Three women Air Force officers will be commissioned as fighter pilots. Live visuals from Dundigal Air Force Academy in Hyderabad.
देवियों एवं सज्जनों, जब निशान टोली आपके सामने से गुजरेगी, आपसे अनुरोध है कि आप अपने स्थान पर खड़े होकर ध्वज को समुचित सम्मान दें और जो वर्दी में है वे सल्यूट करें।
Ladies and gentlemen, when the Nishan trolley passes in front of you, you are all requested to rise. All personnel in uniform are to salute.
These are the live visuals from Air Force Academy, Dundigal in Hyderabad. In fact, today the flying cadets Bhavna Khat, Avni Chaturvedi and Mohana Singh will make history. They will be commissioned as the first women fighter pilots in the Indian Air Force. In fact, one of the biggest first in the history of Indian Air Force, where women will assume combat roles as well. Well, these three flying cadets have cleared the first stage of training and also have to the credit 150 hours of flying. And after getting their wings today as flying officers, they will be trained for 6 months on the advanced jet fighter and then will be assigned fighters and their squadrons accordingly. Defence Minister Manohar Parrikar reviewing the parade there in Dundigal in Hyderabad. This ceremony will see the commissioning of 3 women officers as fighter pilots in Indian Air Force. with this commissioning ceremony, the Indian Air Force will get its first women fighter pilots today. Those of you who have just joined TD News, these are live visuals from Air Force Academy in Dundigal in Hyderabad. Defense Minister reviewing the parade. This is the ceremony which will see the commissioning of 3 women officers as fighter pilots in Indian Air Force. Indian Air Force will get its first women fighter pilots today. Flying cadets Bhavna Kat, Avani Chaturvedi and Mohana Singh. They will be commissioned today as the first women fighter pilots in Indian Air Force.
Especially to the 3 women fighter pilots, the very first in India. Back to you, Neha. I haven't spoken to the 3 women fighter pilots, but I just spoke to their parents, and the parents are extremely proud. They also mentioned that they're not worried about their daughters. They're happy that the daughters have been inducted as fighter pilots today. Something called flight cadet.
Live visuals from Dundigal in Hyderabad's Air Force Academy. Defence Minister reviewing the parade for the commissioning of 3 women officers as fighter pilots for Indian Air Force.
The officers getting commissioned today are Flying Officer Adarsh Hooda, Flying Officer Narendra Kushwaha,
Flying Officer Damanpreet Kaur, Flying Officer Rio Augustine,
Flying Officer Prateek Yadav,
Flying Officers Akash Sinha, Flying Officer Vinod Kadakot,
Flying Officer Ankit Pandey,
Flying Officer Ankit Ravi, Flying Officer Anjali Rai,
Flying Officer Ashish Ambalkar,
Flying Officer Uday Kiran, Flying Officer Tanya Singh,
Flying Officer Arun Saini,
Flying Officer Naveen Yadav, Flying Officer Palak Srivastava,
Flying Officer Prabjot Singh,
Flying Officer Tanya Pandey, Flying Officer S. Shruti.
Now the commissioning of the first 3 women fighter pilots.
Once again, those of you who have just joined DD News, these are the live visuals from Dundigal in Hyderabad, which is the Air Force Academy there in Hyderabad, and Defence Minister Manohar Parrikar in a while back reviewed the parade, which will see the commissioning of 3 women officers as the fighter pilots for the Indian Air Force, making history in Indian Air Force. They will be commissioned as fighter pilots. For the first time, women flying cadets will be commissioned as fighter pilots in Indian Air Force. And